Hello, my name is Tamara Parnell, and I am here to tell you about those maxims that I have written down and thought was the most important to me, and why these maxims are more important than others. The agenda first, the introduction, excuse me. Again, my name is Tamara. I am going for my MBA in data analytics for technology. Um, and I am also taking this negotiation and leadership class to really understand, the importance and value of those and becoming a leader. And I've learned a lot, and during this time, I've looked at and created and written down maxims during this class, and I have four here that I would like to talk about. First one being do everything to the best of my ability, seeing the big picture, know who and what pushes your buttons, and just be yourself. Do everything to the best of my ability. Um, I wrote this while reading the chapter 5 of emotional intelligence. Um, and during this time, I found this quote here. It's easy to lose sight of what's really important to you, your core values and beliefs. Before you know it, you find yourself doing and saying things that deep down you don't feel good about or believe in. Um, that this just simply, reminds me of, what I do today. I currently work in tech where we have projects that we need to complete during a set of days. And we rely this to the team in all of our updates after those 2 weeks. And also, we also have a big project that we have a deadline actually for that. We're planning to utilize this new system for our some of our employees that will access a bunch of information that they currently do in their current system, but it just needs to be upgraded. It's been years, and they need to have a cloud based system to keep all of that information. So you can't slack in that type of world. It's very hard to not do the best if you can, because if you don't, that drags time, that drags deadlines. I even know from experience we've had to move our deadline just because of not getting things out in a certain amount of time that we expected. Not saying that we didn't do it to the best of our abilities, but this could be a factor of people not doing it to the best of their abilities and affecting that deadline. So I just wanted to make a note of that, and know that, maybe also doing the same thing every day, just you lose sight of what the main goal is, and while you're truly there, you might lose interest in the job that you're doing. So if we slow down and do this great the first time, then it will lower our chances in having to change any deadlines that we have. So I started also in my personal life, because there's times where you feel bad and you're down and depressed, and you're just not doing the best that you can, and it can affect your work life. So for me, I've started developing a habit, everyday habits, and also working out, eating healthy, and keeping in contact with others. Sometimes when you're down bad, you get disconnected from the loved ones around you. So Those are things that I tend to do to be the best of my ability. Next is seeing the big picture. Um, in the text or article, the six signature traits of inclusive leadership. This quote here really stood out to me. Highly inclusive leaders empower individuals as well as create and leverage the thinking of diverse groups. Um, I just I love that because it really describes, one great aspect of a leader, empowering others, encouraging your employees. I think that is as you lead an org within a company, always have to see the bigger picture. You have to not only make a decision for yourself and your team, but everyone around you, because this is just whatever decisions you are making at such a high level does make an impact depending on which option you choose. So, highly inclusive leaders empower individuals. Yeah, so and also empowering can also mean encouraging as a leader. It's great to always encourage your employees. This just pushes them to do more in the workplace and even do even better, rather than, shunning them or pointing them out for the wrongdoings. Everyone deserves to be encouraged. That just is another aspect of positivity that our leadership should bring to an organization. Know who and what pushes your buttons. I don't know about you, but I have no patience sometimes. And I have a lot of things that gets to me. I try not to now, but there is some things that pushes my buttons, or it's just simply irritating. And I'm sure, everyone has that one thing that pushes their buttons. So this is something that everybody can relate to. I think this is a great one because, it's just overall, something that everyone can relate to. So I think this is wonderful. I forgot to mention the other maxims and why they are so great. I think those other ones are very important because it just like this one is just a well-rounded maxim so that everyone can relate to. I think once everyone is relatable to one, it is very important, and also something that everybody should improve on. So this is why I chose these, and with this one, I have listened when I read this section, and also written down what I want to do to understand and change my ways, which is avoid those that have pushed my buttons, whether there be people or just things. Having patience. I knew this was an issue for a while, but I just needed to take the time to really have patience and not stress out so much. All we have is time, so the more time you're just angry and just upset and just not have your way, like it'll come. So just have patience and control. Control your attitude, control how you look, act. And this kind of goes into the next one, which is just be yourself. Within the lesson 9, we saw the video and read about the feeling versus perceiving as authentic. And this one was an interesting one. And I never really thought about it in this aspect of the difference between the two. And there is a difference. there's a difference between feeling authentic and the perception of authenticity. Feeling authentic can mean being a true self and not changing how you interact around others in the workplace. The perception of authenticity is how people view your authenticity. Your parents will and friends, family will see you as a very authentic person, and if you are authentic, it says that you tend to be happier, you tend to be energized, and have a have a boost of self confidence when you are your true authentic self. Um, Not only should you feel authentic with how you proceed at your workplace, um, it's about how you are perceived by others. It is important to note those two differences as well because if you aren't unaware, like myself in the beginning, you really don't know. You might be oblivious to people not thinking you're being your true authentic self when you're not being authentic. So I try within like my experience at work to just be myself and not, I guess you could say, worry about how people think about me. Just be your true, authentic self. And I feel like, in the beginning, when you're first starting work, you might not be your true, authentic self. You're just trying to, figure out the ways of work and just being there in the moment, and you might try to impress these others, but that might not be your true authenticness. So just easing that out and understanding, just to be yourself, truly just being yourself is really the best and only option that you should, learn from. And I think that's one of the most, if not the best maxim out of these, because I think, just being yourself and understanding that that's how leaders are today. They're truly their self, and they just love being who they are. And it just reminds me of my VP and how authentic I can see him as, and but he speaks with confidence and clarity, and just is just a like somebody energized, somebody who just would love to be around. Um, and I just can tell he is his true self. So I love that this maxim was something I've learned and I will take into my future career. And that's all I have. Thank you. Learning these is was a great experience. And it's very valuable, and understanding these and actually following through to these um, can really impact how you are a leader and how you will lead a team. So thank you.